Allie's a great reporter. Hats off to her. I've been following her. She reports very well on the border and interior enforcement.
President Trump's border czar there, Tom Homan, with praise for our very own Allie Bradley and NewsNation's coverage of the border crisis while appearing on Morning in America. Homan today also applauding the administration's achievements in cracking down on illegal immigration, saying the southern border is the most secure it has ever been. But the work is far from over in the El Paso sector, which continues to lead the country in apprehensions of illegal immigrants. And that's where NewsNation's Allie Bradley joins us live. Allie, what is the latest happening there?
Yeah, hey, Nichole. So right now for the month of July, numbers are lower than they were last month, but we are still seeing around 1,000 people who have attempted to enter the country illegally through the El Paso sector, which does include New Mexico. And that is exactly why they're reinforcing it, because this is essentially a hotspot for the criminal cartels. And this is exactly the spot where we saw a man actually brandish a rifle at us months ago. We also watched 3 men in black essentially get away after crossing into the country illegally. This was back in November when President Trump first won. Well, fast forward to right now, where Tom Homan says they're only seeing 11 gotaways in a single day across the entire southern border, and the cartels are feeling it. Take a listen to what he had to say today.
Fentanyl seizures down over half. Why? Because we got a secure border. When you have a secure border, every border patrol agent's on the line doing their job. They're not changing diapers, making baby formula, making hospital runs, making airport runs. Everybody's on the line and vigilant, and the cartels are hurting. Look, under Biden, the cartels made more money than they ever made. Smuggling aliens, sex trafficking women and children, smuggling dope across the border. Now we have a secure border, cartels are going bankrupt. And President Trump, through all his efforts and his leadership, we're going to wipe the cartels off the face of the earth.
Now, Nichole, this all comes as DHS Secretary Kristi Noem actually said that all the money that's been set aside under that big, beautiful bill for wall construction might not necessarily be needed, but you can see that reinforcement is happening here with that concertina wire and additional barriers down here across the sector, Nichole.
All right, so Allie, there is a lot of focus on interior enforcement. How is El Paso contributing?
Yeah, it's interesting here because El Paso, while it's not a sanctuary city, and Texas, of course, not a sanctuary state, the city has historically been pretty compassionate. And again, this sector does include New Mexico, which does have more of those sanctuary state tendencies and affords that for those migrants. Now, they're not blocking federal agencies from working here in Texas. They're not necessarily, though, working together in this space, because the reality here is what we've been reporting. People, when they cross into the country illegally, are not staying in these border communities. They're going into the interior, and that is why the interior enforcement is so important. But that's exactly why the border czar continues to say they need help from local authorities. Take a listen to what he said on MIA.
Since we're concentrating on public safety threats and national security threats, local law enforcement should be involved. They don't want public safety threats running around their neighborhoods either. They don't want to arrest the same criminal alien over and over and over again because they get released by sanctuary city court. So law enforcement is equally concerned of protecting public safety.
So, Nichole, you may have seen around 1,000 people try to enter the country illegally, but Tom Homan says they've released no one into the interior, and that full operational control would be 0 crossings, 0 gotaways. Nichole.
All right, Allie Bradley live for us there. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.